Hello, my beautiful soul. Today, I want to share with you 4 questions to ask yourself to help you unlock your true self and live the life you truly want to live. This is really important because the only way to find true fulfillment is to know your authentic self and to make sure that your life is in alignment with that true self. And this might sound like something very simple, but the problem is that we all come here to the world with a set of skills, talents, a mission, a calling, something to share with the world, with our essence, right? But in the process of growing up, we are exposed to a lot of conditioning. Our parents telling us what's good for us and what's not good for us, the job that will be more useful for us. Then we go to school and our teachers tell us what makes us a good person or a bad person. We are exposed to society and now global trends, culture, local traditions, religion. We are exposed to a lot of conditioning and to a lot of beliefs. And some of it is good. We learn good traditions, we learn values, we learn from our family, from our ancestors. But we need to be careful because very often they just try to project their beliefs onto us. And we need to be very sure that the beliefs that we have absorbed and that the conditioning we have been exposed to is in alignment with who we truly are. And it's not always the case. So sometimes you just continue your life and follow one path only to realize many years later that you feel unfulfilled, that that's not making you happy, that that's not who you truly are. So in this video with these questions, I want to help you to get in touch with that authentic part of yourself. So if you have been feeling a bit lost, demotivated, directionless, unfulfilled lately, or maybe you have a comfortable life and everything is good on the surface, but you still feel like something is missing. It might be that you are not fully expressing your authentic self. It might be that you're not truly living your vision, the life you came here to live. And sometimes we do this. We live the life that others expect us to live rather than the one that our heart desires and our big vision. So I'm going to invite you to grab pen and paper, or just close your eyes after each question and see what comes up for you. And I have 4 questions for you. The first one is, if you had all the money in the world, what would you be doing with your time? And I know, especially if you're a hard worker or you have been struggling recently, the first thing that might come to mind is, I would go on holidays. I would just, hire a villa and be by the sun, by the sea, in the sun. And that's what I would do. But I'm going to challenge you to think about more the long term, because trust me, there is only so many mojitos one can have by the beach. Eventually you end up bored, you end up feeling again unfulfilled, like there's something else that you need. So I would love to invite you to think about that question long term. What would you like to do with your time if you had endless resources, money flow, thousands of pounds flowing to you every month without having to do any work? What will you do with your time? And this is very important because very often we feel, or we have the belief that we have to work very hard to get money, or that we have to do something we don't like to get money, to get a job, to pay the bills, and that anything that is joyful or that is fulfilling is not going to pay our bills. And that's not true. That's the limiting belief that I had to really fight against and rewrite, but it's not true. So when we remove the money factor from the equation, it can help you connect with your true self and the things that you would love doing. And a lot of people would normally say, oh, I would love to do some charity, I would love to study this, I would love to help people in my community, I would just write or sing or express my creativity. So that's the first one for you. The second one is, what makes your heart sing? What do you do that helps you completely disconnect from the world, that brings you to the present moment? What type of books you read that you could spend like countless hours on? What activity? What do you do that makes your heart expand, that makes your heart sing? So that's another one for you to reflect on. The third one is, think about when you were a kid, like around 3, 4 years old. What did you love doing? And like I said before, as we grow up, we go through a lot of programming and conditioning. But when we're around 3, 4 years old, we haven't been exposed to that much conditioning. If you see kids playing at that age, when you see toddlers playing, they don't care about who's looking, they don't care about what others are going to think. They just do their thing. So I would love to invite you to think about what you used to love doing. And if you can't remember, ask your parents, ask your siblings, ask your friends what they remember of you. And that might help you get in touch with those inner talents, with those inner treasures and that essence that you came here with. And the fourth question for you to reflect on is, if you were in your deathbed today and look back in your life, what would you like to have achieved? And I know that this is a tough one to think of, but this is the question that made me realize that I had to completely change my career. When I saw myself in my 80s looking back and thinking, oh my God, all I've done with my life is spend my time in a gray office, putting numbers in a spreadsheet that didn't mean anything to me, just for a few rich people at the top to get even richer, it broke my heart. It honestly broke my heart. So project yourself, to your 80s, to your hundreds, I don't know, whatever many years do you expect to live. Project yourself to the future and look back and think, what would have I liked to have achieved? And it doesn't need to be something like a big mission or a big project. Just what legacy would you like to leave behind? Or what would make you happy? What would make you say, wow, I lived my life? That was my life. I was authentic. I was real. That was the life I wanted to live. Whatever that means. It doesn't need to be anything sophisticated. It doesn't need to be anything, a big project or a big mission. Just what would make you think, I lived my life? I was alive all those years. I did the right thing. So I know those are deep questions to reflect on. So take your time, grab pen and paper. You might want to just write down the answers and take it to nature or to a nice meditation spot. I would love to hear any insights that came up from those questions in the comments. So feel free to share that in the comments. If you would like to dive deeper into this process, I have a free 7-day course, Step into Your Power with Confidence and Joy, that is going to help you get clarity on your big vision, your authentic self, and identify and remove the hidden blocks that might be stopping you from creating the life you truly want to live. So I will leave the link in the description below. And if you are ready to do the deep inner work, the one that will bring you the deep, long-lasting transformation, feel free to book a free discovery session to find out more about my one-on-one healing coaching program, Reclaim Your Power. And if you would like to join my live sessions on Insight Timer, I would leave the link below as well, so you can follow me and join me live. Join me live for some tapping sessions, talks, and workshops. So I would love to see you around. Okay, my loves, have a wonderful rest of your day. Sending love and light to everyone. Bye.